Hey Kevin, this is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out and spoke with you the other day, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you a couple of tips that you could do to, increase your traffic online and really improve upon your website. So with that, let's get started. Love the colors. A lot of times, and your logo, the colors kind of pop. They're different. A lot of people use the same colors, so maybe it's the Texas A&M colors coming through. I don't know, but I love the logo, love the colors, love what you got going on here. My first tip for your website. So, I went through all the pages, I was looking at everything, and there's not a ton of content here. And content is anything that you can highlight, whether that be pictures, text, and really you want a lot of content for a couple of reasons. The first is so that you can be found for specific keywords. And I did see that you are ranking on 6 keywords, and looking at what you're ranking for, mission roofing, skylight installation, hail repair, River City roofing, roof doctor. So you're ranking on a few things, but as you can see, you're on the second page and then you're on the fifth page and behind. So not really just not high enough to get a lot of traffic. And I did do a search I was looking at your Google business profile. It says that you go into Austin. I did Georgetown too just to see, but just in San Antonio, I found 5,300 searches a month for roofing. In Austin, I found 4,500. In New Braunfels, 2,600. 1,500 in San Marcos, and another 2 grand in Georgetown. So that's just traffic every month in roofing of some sort. And, so obviously you're missing out because you're not ranking for any of those pages and any of those keywords. Outside of some of the skylight, I didn't even look at skylight installations, so those wouldn't even be included in what I'm just focused kind of right here on roofing. But say I wanted to rank for, let's say, roofing company San Antonio, okay? I would have that as a heading somewhere. I would have it within my text. I would even save an image as that keyword. And the reason why you want it in a heading primarily and you want it throughout your site is because Google crawls those headings first. It's like an outline, right? We used to do in high school or college or what have you. The headings are the more important topics. So Google crawls those first and puts added emphasis on that. And then having it within your text and having it saved as photos, having it in a couple of different locations lets Google know that you really touch on it. It's important. And you really want to do that for a lot of different a lot of different keywords. Obviously, you can't do it for all your keywords, but you do want to have your top keywords within headings, and you want to have as many keywords throughout here as possible. So the more content you have, the more keywords you can put in there. And then it is a ranking factor. So it's one of the reasons why like Yelp and Wikipedia do so well is because they have a ton of content on their site. So content definitely would be my first tip, and get those buyer intent keywords. And you can even have location pages if you go to San Marcos, New Braunfels, Austin, and focus primarily on those keywords on those pages. My second tip would just be to really build and grow this Google business profile. So a lot of people don't really realize how incredibly useful a tool this is, and I'll go into that in a second. But how you really build it up, one is your reviews, right? The more reviews you get, the more authority and power Google's going to give you. Because at the end of the day, those reviews are important. They show that you are in fact a business and that you do have a lot of things going on, and that you're actually doing jobs. There are a few ways to go about getting those reviews organically is obviously the best bet. You can do CRMs. You can have your installers get reviews. There's a lot of different things you can do, and I would be happy to help you any way I can in building that up. But the more the 5-star reviews, the better. And then you really want this filled out as much as possible, and you want all this information as transparent and the same throughout all websites that you have. So, say you have a Yelp page, for instance, right? If your Yelp page says you're open from 7 to 5, that inconsistency Google doesn't like. They want to see that somebody who gets your information on Yelp and your Google business profile and your website all get the same information, and it's accurate information. So really important that all that stuff really matches up and is accurate. And then last but not least, photos. You want these photos saved as specific keywords. So again, if we're trying to go roofing company San Antonio, I would save a photo as roofing company San Antonio, and then I would geotag it. So maybe I would want to tag it, somewhere here, and Google will think that potentially you did a roof in that area. So really important to save those photos and geotag. And there's a lot of different things, branding, to your social media and all kinds of stuff. But that's a great way to start. My third and final tip would just be to build up the strength of your site. And how you do that is through referring domains and backlinks. And basically what these are links that link back to your site that gives you power. And you want those from strong sites that are topical, that have to do with your particular service or industry. So roofing, construction, anything like that. And the more referring domains and the more backlinks that you get, the stronger your site becomes. You don't want to spam it or do too much, but you do want to make sure that you continually build and grow. And when that happens, this builds and grows. And this is the numerical value of your strength and trust within Google. And so really what you want is 20s, 30s, 40s, as high a number as possible in a 1-to-1 ratio. And just to look at your competition, this is Go Titan Roofs. Okay, they're pretty big. They're doing a great job in that San Antonio keyword we were looking at. And how their site looks in comparison. As you can see here, they have 446 referring domains and 3,200 backlinks. They're ranking on 480 keywords. They have that. They don't have a 1-to-1 ratio, but this 40 is pretty high. And as you can see here, they're getting a lot of traffic. So this is kind of what you want to get to. Obviously, it takes some time. As you can see, they started in 2016 and really started building it again in May of 2020. So it does take some time, but this is kind of what you want to get to. And, I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's been informative. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or comments or need some help getting this done. We'd love to help you. This is what we do for a living. And my contact information is in the email. I also have a link to our calendar. Myself or my business partner, Jackie, would love to get in contact with you at whatever time works for you. So with that, have a great day and God bless.